Hello everyone and welcome to our channel. Today I'll be reading a multi-character reader by me. So let's get into it. Kamado Tanjiro. When they first started dating, he wasn't usually daring, to say the least. But someone had to initiate the first steps. And it was usually him, especially if you're the shy one. It all started with Hazen's arm around your waist, pulling you ever closer to him. He liked that, wrapping your arms around his neck in return, and while he just stared into your face, your eyes shining, and your lips the most inviting thing on the earth, he couldn't help but lay down, kiss you, as his hands roamed over your lower back, and slowly he could feel himself melt against you, his own eyes closing, as he melted further into the kiss, slowly deepening it, and pulling you even closer, backing you away until you were pinned to the wall. And you could easily say that night was the longest one you had ever spent together. Zenitsu was actually quite respectful when you needed him. He might seem all touchy, but once you actually start dating, he's all shy and nervous, in the cutest of ways possible. But sometimes, he also gets bold. So, times when he'd be touchy is when you're probably watching a movie. It's not something he's focusing on. Not really, at least not at first. His hands would just roam over your body, and suddenly, something would catch his attention, and you'd blush, staring at him, as he leaned down to pepper kisses all over that place, and perhaps even biting into it, his own hands holding you by the waist, so you wouldn't move. Perhaps it was also one of the reasons that you never finished the movie before. You're always too preoccupied with much more important matters, and skipping most of the movie in return. But hey, the movie was there forever, wasn't it? But certainly every moment with you was a joy to spend, and Zenitsu wanted it all. Inosuke did not shy away from touch. He just was not familiar with it, and neither did he initiate things. But once he actually knew what he was doing, he was more than willing to initiate it. He liked it. He liked you. So, what's the reason not to? This time, it was after about 3 months of you dating. He had you sitting on his lap, arms wrapped around you, and you thought it was just one of those cuddle sessions that would turn out to be normal. Nope, you're clearly mistaken. The arms that were once wrapped around you hugged you even tighter as you got up, carrying you bridal style, and then throwing you into the bed. He blushed brightly. Inosuke, what are you doing? He said. You were even more confused now, as you got in the bed with you. But then one look into that mischievous glint in his eyes, and he knew it was coming. He straddled you, cupping your face in his hands, and leaned down to kiss you. Inosuke did not know the word makeout session, but if there was any contest over the best makeout session in the world, then this would definitely win. Giyuu Tomioka. Giyuu was not affectionate by nature, especially not in public. So, he did not expect the happenings of today. Not in the least bit. Everything was so worried about him. Basically, the two of you had gone out, and you just tried to look good. A little bit too much, perhaps. Because right now, there was a guy harassing you. So Giyuu, with that intimidating glare of his, stared down the guy, slowly wrapping his arms around you and pulling you close to give you a kiss. This had never happened before, and perhaps for others it would be a small milestone, but for you, it was the biggest one yet. He had never acted like this with you in public, and you were just kind of glad it happened. That it almost made you forget about being harassed, because the rest of the way you were smiling, holding his hand, and humming all the way home. And if you liked listening to it, and felt shyer than usual, then you wouldn't say anything, and you certainly wouldn't know. He was not going to let the facade slip. Rengoku. Rengoku was not clueless as most in this list. He was definitely a touchy man. And he was not shy either. You're reorganizing your closet and putting things on, showing him things that you liked wearing and that you missed. And he was watching, more than glad to watch like this. But there was a particular short dress that you're wearing right now that made his mind go haywire, and he couldn't think of anything to do but to get up, grab you, and put you down on his lap. Hey, Kyojuro, what are you doing? I'm still cleaning. It can wait, right? Besides, I have something so much better for you. He murmured against your neck, making you shiver as he straddled his lap, and he pulled you down for a kiss, cupping the back of your neck with one hand and your cheek with the other, guiding you gently into it. Eventually, you melted against him. Your kiss got more intense, and the clothes laying on the floor soon forgotten, as you decided that perhaps since you had all the time in the world, most of it deserved to be in Kyojuro anyway, right? Thank you guys for listening. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. I hope you enjoyed listening to this as much as I did making it. Anyway, goodbye.